Well, I think this is where we're going to park. Got my strap dragging here. I'm undone, but we'll get this all undone here. We're going to get unloaded. Get off here. It's shooting time already, so time to get going. Well, we got some sunshine gonna start coming pretty soon, so we're gonna go have a little look. We'll check out, see what there's out there. So, wish us luck. Much snow, kind of hard punching through some of these places, but lots of grass, so we're just gonna putter along and enjoy the afternoon. Hopefully something will come along. No luck, she's pretty quiet. So that's a sign. You know, only about 3.5, maybe 4 inches of snow kind of lays up in the grass, but just enough to go with the skidoo. But we'll just keep touring. She was pretty cool this morning, minus 10, 12 Celsius. But the sun come out and it's supposed to get up to +2 today. So beautiful sunshine. It's actually, it's probably close to that +2 now. So we're just going to enjoy the afternoon and tour around until dark and go home. Maybe repeat tomorrow. We'll see what happens. There's some around. Just got to be in the right place at the right time. So follow along. We'll take in a little tour. We gotta keep that warm. Yes. Get some more hot dogs on there. That's pretty warm. Ouch. That's pretty warm. I'm going to sit by the fire and enjoy a hot dog. Blue sky. This is where I usually camp. I'm way in the bush. It's where I usually camp when I'm moose hunting. But just having lunch today. Beaver run there. Holy shit. I hit it going the other way. Good thing I weren't going fast. My skis just about dug in. A little deep down in here. This is what you don't want to fall into. Right to my ass. I got big runs dug across to the cut line so they could go and try and get wood. But you break your neck, man. If I had quad, I'd drop front wheels in there in the grass, you wouldn't keep. You'd wrap yourself around the handlebars. Well, another evening hunt is over. 10 minutes back to the car, and it'll be just about too dark then, so I'll call it a day. Well, company reached out to me. They reached out to me before, and you're going to see what we have here. But they have some awesome deals on Black Friday, so they wanted me to share some information with you. Well, they got a quick start guide, some stickers on your product. Yeah, it is what you think it is. It's another 100 amp hour. It's a 12.8 volt, 100 amp hour self-heating battery. They're great to use on all kinds of things. We're going to just do a couple things here, but you know, here we got, can use them on trolling motors and all kinds of goodies. So we're going to do a little hookup here, and we're going to show you what we going to play with. You can kind of see what we're doing. We have some big double aught cable here. We just hook to the battery. Anytime you hook up to the battery, never want washers between your cable and the battery post. So you always want it done like that, and then straight into your battery post. So we're going to just quickly hook this up, and I'm going to leave this hooked up, but I'm going to show you what else I hooked up, just to show you that a couple of batteries, even one battery, these lithium-ion batteries, comparing them to lead-acid batteries. I mean, you're getting 2.5 lead-acid batteries comparing to one of these. That's a lot of power difference in a LifePro 4 battery. And so I'm just going to hook up a couple of cables here quickly. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So Red Audio reached out to me to see if I could have a use for these, and of course I do. You see it sitting right here. But I also have other batteries, I have other systems, and sometimes then you feel, well, I got to take something apart, take it with me, or you want to rig it up for your camper, something like that. And with this here, very simple. I'm just going to hook up one more wire, maybe the live wire, for this Beaver diesel heater. We're just going to hook it up, and we're going to show you a little what it'll do. Pretty simple setup. Okay, I have a inverter right there. It's only a 750 watt inverter, but we plugged into it, and for nice little shop tools, Dremel, and I'm just curious. I want to see what all it will run. Oh, we got here a skill saw. Let's see if that little inverter will handle it. Oh, skill saw. Well, tries to start it, but not quite. I have to hook to a bigger inverter. But you can run, if you've got a bigger inverter, 2,000 watts or 3,000. I set this one off. I just thought I'd try them to see if it would run. But most of these power tools use anywhere between 500 and 1,000 watts. I mean, the Dremel doesn't use that much, so it runs just fine. So if I want to sharpen my chainsaw here in the shop, I can just run the cord across, hook the Dremel up. But what this is going to get used for is this guy right here. So let's see if it makes a little noise. A little dusty. I haven't had it running actually this winter yet. I did run it last winter quite a bit. I just got a small solar panel hooked up to the battery, and I just run the one battery. You know, it's 100 amp hour, so it ran a long time, but even when it wasn't hooked up, I think I did 2.5 days of just running it, and this here is going to give me double the power, so I'll give you just a little bit of information. just a little overview here. That's starting to fire. Hopefully it won't get too loud, but operating voltage 12.8. It's charging voltage 14.4. Recommended charging current is 20 amp. And it has a 100 amp discharge current, max 100 amp. So it's 1280 watt battery. And I mean, it'll run up to a 70 pound thrust trolling motor on your boat. So there's a lot of power there. So self-heating, so you can keep them in a little cooler place. Great setup. You want to hook up something like that to an inverter for your small RV building or camper or anything like that. They're awesome. They're light, you know, at 21 pounds, approximately 21 pounds. They're not very big compared to the big lead acid batteries that are 90 pounds or 95 pounds. So, but just fired that diesel heater. She's clicking, so she is going to make some heat. So if you got 20 amps coming in, you're recommended, you know, your battery will be fully charged in around 5 hours. So, you know, they charge up fairly fast. You got some decent solar coming into them. You can put that much, you know, it's got under voltage. It's got all kinds of, it's a very, very well set manual. Well, they have a few different ways, series, parallel, how many batteries you can put together. Some are running to bus bars for just connecting positives all together, your negatives all together, and so pretty good explanations for everything, how much power you're going to get out of it, and you know, or what you're boosting. It's your OV charging function charger, and you know, you can charge that way and just take it with you and use it for a trolling motor if you don't have a solar panel. But there's lots of options, and I really like the one I've had here. I've used it for a year on and off. I've used it, and with that little inverter up there, I have a small freezer that I plug in when it's needed, and it's 5 cubic foot freezer, and it only uses 60 watts to run. So there's a lot of different things that you can use them for, and if you're understanding what you can pull out of them for power, you know, you're not going to hook a 4,000 watt inverter up to a couple of batteries, but I have ran a 2,000 watt inverter, and I've ran all these power tools here that I was showing you. They all run, I mean, your battery really is going to give you kind of max out your 100 amp. That's, you know, what you're going to be able to pull, or your watts. You're pulling 1,000 watts, so that's just about your max, your 1,100, 1,200 watts, and your battery BMS will shut the battery down and not make it work. So that's just the way they are built into to protect the battery, the BMS, and you know, running these batteries from fully charged, it's just amazing how many times they can be cycled all the way to dead. And you know, 4,000 times plus, you can still have 70-80% of function, maybe for another, you know, 4,000 cycles. And a cycle means killing it, you know, charging it back up, killing it. That is a full cycle on the battery. You try to keep your batteries, use the top 20%, and your batteries will last you for years. So, little information there. So hopefully it will help you out. And guys, we have great deals. The Black Friday sales are on the 25th. So if you're looking, I'll leave a link in the description, and hope you guys can get through, and maybe that's just a simple something that you want to get set up with. Sort of, guys, my shop is a little bit of a mess, but oh, that's nice and warm. So this gives me the option. That's going to last quite a while. I got another little charge controller I'm going to hook up, so I can hook these up and I don't overcharge them with the panel. I mean, you don't want to overcharge them, shut the battery down if you're setting the BMS off. But I have a lot of this stuff that is a need around acreage, the cabin here, doing things that I didn't think were possible. I mean, this is a great setup for, you know, in my shop here. So I have extra power in the shop, and I do kind of keep it heated. Sometimes I use a diesel heater if I have to be gone, or I use the wood stove. I don't keep it really warm in the winter time, but I keep it above zero. I got a couple of cats that are here in the shop, have their little nest, so I try to keep it so that it's fairly decently warm in here. Red Rodeo batteries are, this one here has been awesome. I used it on my trolling motor this summer. You know, it's just, actually this one I've had a little over a year because I used it a little bit in the fall the year before. If you go back to videos, I've had a couple of different batteries I've used, and the trolling motor doesn't use that much. But the big lead acid ones I used to pack around were just so heavy to put in the boat. And these here, they're not heavy. They're very light. I mean, you know, you can grab two at a time and pick them up like they're, use them for weightlifting if you want. I mean, they're not going to hurt you. I mean, check out all the deals they're going to have, and there's different ideas everyone has for doing this kind of stuff and actually using the batteries. So I have, you know, setups in the shop. I want the diesel heater over here, but I got other batteries over there. I don't want, you know, run a whole bunch of great big cables a long ways. So 12 volt is, you've got to have pretty heavy cables, and then to your inverter and stuff like that. Now here you're just running a couple small cables with a fuse for the diesel heater. So very simple setup, and you can do that in a DIY camper build or anything. So enjoyed the video, and hopefully check out the link and just see what all's there. There's, you know, if you don't check the link, you don't know what's there. These are batteries that came a long ways. They're pretty awesome technology. So if you guys enjoyed the video, and if you need one, you know where to get it. If you have any questions, reach out to me, send me a comment. I can answer a lot of these questions. I've been playing around with the lithium batteries for a couple of years and stuff like that here off grid. So slowly getting well. I've got all my lead acids unhooked now, not using them, but I had quite a few at one point, and they're not cheap either. So it's just simple, low maintenance, no maintenance. Just you're gonna unhook them every 6 months. If you're seeming like your power's going down, you got them all hooked up. Unhook them every 6 months, charge each one to 100%, then hook them all back together again. That's what they call, you know, battery balancing. And I know it takes a little while to do it. If you have a system running, well, take half your batteries out and charge them right up, you know, and then take your other half and charge them. There's different ways of doing it so you still have power. So always having a backup for the backup. There's your backup right there. So enjoy. I do. These things just work awesome for me. So check out other videos. I've got other reviews. I've got things like that. You'll understand. You'll see what I'm doing. Simple and easy. Oh yeah, remember that big pot of potatoes I cooked? Yeah, we're gonna mix up here with a little butter. But I didn't have any leftover meat, so we're just gonna show you what we're eating tonight real quick. Oh, just put a lid on it for a minute, and we're gonna just let it water steam off of it, broil her up a little. So high fire, it's just about done. Well, I know you think that I just cooked and I cut wood and work outside, but somebody's got to do the dishes. Oh, I think we're done until I got to do the frying pans, but yeah, it's sure nice. I put in this nice big sink for hot water, so when I'm cleaning up things, I can rinse. In hot water, I just wash, rinse, and put in my drain pan here, or whatever, stack it up. So, I know you're just following me. I don't show a lot of my cabin in my videos, just for the simple reason it's not really done. I got a lot of work to do, so I'll be showing guys. Sorry, that pump makes noise. I'll be showing you guys a little more. I'll be working on cupboards hopefully next summer. I got some other things to do. Fix this cupboard up, make it a little nicer. But I put in, you know, I just thought about everything before I before I built and how I wanted it. And I mean, I can live without running water if I wanted, I guess, but you know, if you can have it, I put in a well, that kind of thing, then you have, oh yeah, I'm just making supper in my underwear, long johns, my pajama johns I call them. Boy, when I get in from outside, cutting wood or whatever, doesn't matter, I just like to take the jeans off, relax, make supper, just like anybody else would. Just, we're going to sit down and eat right shortly. Yeah, we're going to cheat. I'm going to cheat. I just done dishes, so. Oh, boy, I should have put a little barbecue sauce on that, but I didn't. I was trying to clean up. I forgot. But, oh, warmed up them nice fried potatoes. I could have had them for breakfast this morning, but I was kind of busy. I had to run into town. So now I got to clean up that pan. But I always keep forgetting about this tub. This big tub right here. Oh boy, that was my my pickles. Pickles I made, cucumbers I grew, and I like to mix. Just make some fridge pickles, a little different recipe, kind of a sweet recipe. Throw a few cucumbers in there, lots of onion, red peppers. So I'll try and dig out a little onion. Oh, I like my pickled onion. So it should go good with a steak. Oh boy. I think that'll be good for a meal. A little bit of salt. We're going to put a little barbecue sauce. We're going to sit down and we're going to just enjoy it. I'm not going to make you watch me eat. I'm just going to... Oh, we got lots on there. That is one big shoulder blade steak. Oh. Gonna just enjoy it. Are you excited? Are you excited to see me? I come from town. Oh yes. I have burger and fries for you. Enjoy that. Yeah, the washing machine rinses dry. It's really good. It spins everything out really good, so it's it's just about dry already by the time it gets hung up. So that's the way I get my laundry done. A couple of racks there, and just hang things up, and holds quite a bit. I understand the light's kind of dark here, but that's my clothes dryer.